Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a feature replay here, brought to you by the LowLandLions. I am Martijn, aka Mumbles, and I hope you guys are having a good day here today. We've decided to do things a little bit differently and actually go with replays this time around. And as you guys can hear in the background, we've got some epic music. We're gonna have some fun with it here today. We've got the Loven representing the LowLandLions, of course, here as the Ping Protoss in the 6 o'clock. Meanwhile, at the 12, we've got O'Reilly. Also from the LowLandLions, of course, representing Green Zerg here. Cross position, Shatter Temple. The MLG version, I do believe. And there we go. Pylon first opening, of course. Pylon on 9. Nothing too fancy, and we do see the Overlord on... Overlord on 9 here as well. So no extractor tricking going on. Or really playing it straight up. And right away we do see Deloven scouting across. We're up to 12. Looks like it's going to be your 13 gate here. No, he's going to save. He's going to go for that 12 gate. He was waiting there for a second. I was like, oh, maybe he's going to wait, but nope. Went for it anyway. We've got a gas first opening here by O'Reilly. Gas before pool and gas before hatch. So, likely that pool going down very shortly now. Defensive positioning. Wants to create a nice wall here with his SimCity, of course. And Deloven, look at that, stealing some minerals. That little thief. You can't trust Deloven, man. If you ever see him at LAN, I would hang on to your wallet. Oh, but he's gonna lose a scout there. Oh, bit of a mistake there. That should not have happened. Deloven with a huh? What just happened? What just? I mean, I don't even. Well, Deloven, I don't even either. That's not something that should have happened there. A little bit of a mistake. Losing that scouting unit. No, we're really saying he was hypnotized. I guess they kind of look like snakes, you know, kind of Medusa thing kind of going on there with the Zerg. Queen coming out right away. As well as, 4 Zerglings right away in production. So he's not going to skim on those, he does want to take a map control. I'm kind of expecting a hatchery in not too long. I'm kind of surprised he actually went with his pool first, unless he hopes to be very aggressive, of course. Cross position Shatter Temple, you can definitely get away with a fast expansion. Neither player opting for it yet. Single Zealot out for Deloven, that is going to complete the wall. You will Warp Gate Tech underway, and there's the expansion go down for O'Reilly. Queen doing her thing. And speed underway. You've got a sentry follow up here, not a stalker, so he does want to get those force fields out just in case there is some kind of bust going or coming his way. Looking at what he scouted, you know, he did scout that pool first. That is an opening that makes you think twice. You know, what could he be thinking? Oh, do you see Zingle circling out in front, chasing out the Zealot? A sentry now completing the wall. It's a little bit risky. Pylon at the bottom of the ramp by Deloven here. And look at that, a lot of Lings in production for O'Reilly, so he's not going to try to drone up heavily here until his expansion finishes, which is of course very late. He wants to be aggressive here. This Pylon indicates an expansion, and yes, there the expansion is going down for Deloven. But with this many Lings coming out, I am curious what he's going to do. I don't think there's anything Deloven can really do to secure the expansion right now. It doesn't have the forge, can't get cannons up. Only one Zealot. The Zealot can get surrounded here, but no, not quite. Nice force field there. And again, the force field's there, just trying to let the sentries do their damage. But still, this expansion is going to get sniped. Yep, that was obvious straight from the start. So this is the payoff basically from O'Reilly's heavy investment into those Zerglings early on. And there he goes, does stream in, full surround on the Zealot now, no force fields there to protect it. And now wow, the sentries, do they have even have energy for force fields? They do have some energy. But it's not going to be too much. The Loven trying to re-expand there. Not afraid of the few lings left. Meanwhile, of course, Aurelia is droning up like a madman. Look at the worker supply. We do see that the Loven is considerably behind now. 15 workers ahead is Aurelia. The Loven with the sentry count does have this, the slightly larger army here. But I'm sure it's a temporary thing. And there we see the macro hatch going down here for Aurelia. Working on these rocks. 6 Zerglings take about 2 minutes to take down the rocks. So these Zerglings will be here for quite a while, for 6 minutes. I'm sure he'll send them some reinforcements, a lot more lings in production. You see the double gas here coming up for Loven. Well, he was going to make the second gas as well, but opted not to here. He's got the forge coming up. He's got the Stargate done now also. And a main transfer underway. More and more links now trying to get a nice surface area on those destructible rocks. Too many of them to actually get a great surface area though. And there's the baitling nest now going down. So look like Aurelia wants to stay low tech for a long time here. His lair's still not done and we're already 9 minutes into the game. Taking down the rocks now. He's kind of skimming on queens as well, I have to say. If you look at the unit tab, we see that Aurelia only 3 queens out now. Gonna have +1 melee attack. Makes me curious to see how he's gonna deal with this void raid. The Loven scouting the high yield, sees the rocks getting taken down there. More and more lings now taking control of the center of the map. Of course, as Zerg, you do want to get that map control. He's spreading the creep. Well, it's a little late. It's not phenomenal yet, but hey, it is getting there. Meanwhile, an expansion going down at this natural in the top left corner. Makes me curious to see if he's going to take the high yield as well very shortly. He did take down those rocks, but a double expand here is a little bit risky. Especially because he doesn't know about these void rays yet. He doesn't really know what the Loven is up to. He's playing kind of blind. More gateways going down, and the Twilight Council now also going down. +1 weapons underway. These void rays now are going to move in to do some damage. You know, this is very smart by Aurelia. Taking down the structural rocks, so as soon as this expansion gets taken, there's a direct avenue of attack right into that. Leaving the rocks alone with no HP, but look at that. A Phoenix there also picking off one of the overlords. Moving on. Now let's see what kind of damage you can do. I don't think there's anything that Aurelia can really do to save this this expansion right now. The queen's really far out of position. All 3 queens now underway to stop those void rays. They are going to be charged up, and he's going to have the energy from the phoenixes to lift them as well, so I really don't think this is going to work too well. He's making the spore crawlers now as well, so he's desperate to get his expansion alive. But is it going to be enough as a question? I don't think so. These void rays are really burning through this expansion. Yes, the hatchery goes on down. Now the queen's, of course, getting lifted. Only 1 queen left standing on the floor. Oh, but he's in range of the spore crawler. Bit of a blunder there. Losing 1 void ray already. And the Hydras do come out to defend here, and losing another void ray there without the queen going down. So they did manage to snipe the hatch. It was quite an investment for Aurelia as well. Aurelia now double expanding, also taking that gold. Look at that, more and more lings now coming in the back. Now the question is the Loven aware of that? No, not yet. So our units are just looking to pick off some overlords. Phoenix is acting like they're corsairs. Back from Brew War. Overlord is going to go down. Oh, really still not food capped though. He's got more than enough food to work with. Look at that double spore crawler in the mineral line just to keep that defense. He does snipe a few drones, but you know, trading phoenixes for drones is not a good trade. Not at all. And now we do see that the gateway armor from the Loven is trying to beat down on these rocks. Really, I would have liked it if O'Reilly just had hidden the link somewhere. You know, it's important to know when this expansion is going to go down, but you could have a huge surprise attack there for him. Going back to the production tab, we do have Blink underway now, and there's a lot of Banelings warping in as well. So we still got... This is actually an interesting army composition. We've got Ling, Bling, and Hydra. I do apologize for that. Apparently I'm too popular, Twitter popping up. There we see the double gas going down at the high yield. And now this is some nice harass here by the Loven. He also gets away safe. He's definitely getting his money's worth. Should know better than to go for these. He knows the spore crawlers are down here, so really don't like his decision to even move here. But he got some scouting information. He saw that there isn't that many drones here yet. Gives him an idea of how the economy of his opponent is right now. You know, of course, he is expanding to his third, but he's still going to be a high yield behind once this finishes. Oh man, this Overlord full with Banelings actually almost getting sniped. The Banelings now. He's trying to roly-poly out of there. But they do get picked off as well. And these Phoenixes are giving the Loven a lot of map control, which makes it a bit tougher. Really, you went with that heavy link composition to get the map control for a very long time. Had that drop research as well, so he wanted to probably do some kind of Baneling bomb action. But being put in a tough position right now. He does have that +2 attack and the +1 carapace going down now. The infestation pit underway, so we might see Hive Tech, and there we see a lot of Lings now streaming in by O'Reilly. He's intent on doing some damage here. Oh, the Zealot's warping in not correctly. This is not a full wall. The Lings just streaming in. And also, they're not doing much damage just because they are spending so much time running around, now focusing on the cannons. Finally getting the probe counts, dwindling the probes. Really, those Lings did not do as much damage as they could have there once they breached in. The Loven now considerably ahead in food, 20 food count ahead. If you look at the unit tab, we do see that the worker count is in favor of O'Reilly, so that really is all the army count for the Loven. Let's not forget that, of course, Zerg macro mechanics, you can macro up an army incredibly quickly. And Hive Tech is now underway. The Loven's going to take a fourth here. That's actually a crucial move. Imagine if O'Reilly still had all those Zerglings, he could definitely be doing some harassment here. There's a Stalkers blinking on in, aggressive blink, and the Phoenix is actually spotting the Hydralisk. The Hydralisk are like, oh, this is awkward. Caught off creep, not very fast. And there we go, the Banelings now going in! Catching a lot of the Stalkers, getting a lot of surface area on those. It does force the Loven to back away. Equal food counts now for both these players, and we do have Colossi coming out for the Loven. As soon as I can find it, there it is. Behind the natural, behind the main. Look at that, more and more gateways being added, creating a wall of gateways here. The funny thing, of course, about this expansion is, it also makes it relatively safe to expand here. You only need to really worry about drops and harassment through the air. Well, it looks like O'Reilly is still wanting to be aggressive. Really, might want to reconsider where he's rallying these Zerglings. And there we go. Banelings now loaded up in these Overlords, and it's going to be the natural under attack now. Not too many units here. Cannon going down. Now this is a big engagement. There's a lot of Stalkers here to hold this though. But Banelings dropping right on top of them. That killed off a lot of Stalkers there, but of course now he's losing all these Overlords. And the Hydras as well. Some damage, it's a dent in the Loven's production. But a lot sacrificed to get that damage done as well. Spire now coming up, almost done. Now is he going to go Greater Spire right away? Is what I want to know. Yep, going for that Greater Spire right away, and the expansion now going down for really. Like I said, this relatively safe expansion only needs to worry about drops, but oh no, the Loven is leaving it undefended. This is not a good time to just leave it to its demise. The next is now getting target fired. Does force a cancel here. Of course, these lings are sacrificed afterwards. The Overlord's also getting picked off, and the expansion is going to go down reasonably soon again. And now it really is actually food capped. We have more gateways coming up. Oh, and look at that, the Dark Shrine going down here in the bottom right corner. So DTs might be underway. Also, unless you get some Archons out. The Archon, which was an underused unit for such a long time in StarCraft 2, really has been gaining a lot of popularity these days. We're really now actually double expanding towards the left side of the map. So that means we have a split map here as soon as the high yield gets taken. As soon as the high yield expansion goes down, we've got to have an evenly split map as well. And honestly, that's good for the Protoss. Zergas has taken his expansions a lot earlier, so he has been mining from them. It's more likely to get mined out if it comes to that. DT is now warping in. I'm very curious. There we go. There's the DTs. Moving on out. Wonder if we have Overseers out yet. We have one out, and there's no Spore Crawlers here, so this expansion is going to be under pressure here. Yeah, this is what you usually do, getting a Spore Crawler and a Spine Crawler, but the timing of this is just a little bit awkward. Deloven going straight for the most recent expansion, and leaving his DTs here. There we go, now target firing the hatchery. Sneaking on into the main as well. The main is going to have these Spore Crawlers here, so they are going to be in vision. Target firing the Queen down, no problem, no sweat. There we go, big engagement in the middle of the map. Corruptors just trying to snipe out the Colossus. And oh, these Colossus, they are really a crucial unit for Deloven here, but he loses all of them. Foot right now under attack as well. Look like the DTs are just trying to go to town everywhere. No army left really for really to deal with as well. Does take out the DTs in the main, but its most recent expansion, its most crucial expansion right now, of course, is under fire. It's gonna get target fired down here. I don't think the lings are gonna be in time. It's gonna be close. Oh, so close! No, he does snipe it down. More DTs now, even underway. That's not gonna be good. They are not gonna last as long. Over to your in position. And very well dealt with. Now for the first time this map, we do see Deloven ahead in the expansion count. He's researching Storm right now. He's gonna get those high templars out as well. He's gonna practically complete his tech. You know, as soon as we see the fleet beacon out, he'll be complete on his tech. The Archons underway. Or really now with the Broodlords. The Broodlords are generally the GG unit, but with this unit composition, I'm not sure he is considerably behind in the food count, so he does need to do a lot of damage with this. Oh, well, he does snipe the Colossus there with his Corruptors actually. But there we go, the aggressive blink there from the Stalkers onto the Broodlords. Our Broodlords are going to get GG'd out, so the GG unit not quite sufficient here. And this is going to be a tough situation for really to play from. These Archons, because there isn't any Colossi out, these Corruptors. These Corruptors are basically just sitting here floating around. Oh! Picking off the one Overload with a lot of units in it there. Deloven now pushing on in, and yeah, that was a GG there. Deloven playing quite well here. I hope you guys had enjoyed this cast here. And we want to do a few replay casts here for you guys, see if you guys are into that kind of thing. So that's it. This was Martijn Mumbles representing the LowLandLions, and I hope you guys tune in again next time. Thanks for watching.